I said this on Twitter, and we barely treat our humans with respect. And how appalling is it the way we treat our animals? 12 stray puppies, aged around 2 months, were allegedly brutally beaten to death by four unidentified people. And now, subsequently, one of the suspects have been held.
Yes, so this happened recently. Uh, so fortunately, there was some CCTV footage of what exactly happened. So, one person who was walking down the Goregaon street, I think it was Jawahar Nagar in Goregaon, where he saw that the puppies were lying down dead. Uh, he immediately raised the alarm and went to the police and called up some animal rights organizations and figured out, tried to figure out what could be done. uh, and then when they realized that the puppies have died, then they sent the experts to go there, they realized that they've been brutally beaten up. So, Rishi, this is not the first time this has happened. In July, when the downpour happened for the first time or the second time, I don't remember which one. There was a dog in Wadley which wanted to take shelter from the heavy rain, entered a building in Wadley, and one person from the second or the third floor, saw the dog entering the building, told the security guard that throw that dog away or push that dog away. uh, Instead of just driving the dog away, which in itself is inhuman because the dog came for shelter, the guard beat him up with sticks so badly that the dog was hospitalized for close to 2 weeks, and he later died. Now, you may say that it's a stray incident, one dog dying or 12 puppies dying, but actually it shows that the city itself um, is desensitized, is becoming insensitive to the problems of stray animals. We, like you said, we barely respect our human beings. So I don't know whether we can expect people to respect our animals. But there's been uh, I was speaking to a few animal rights activists a couple of months back, and I realized that even families that adopt pedigreed dogs in the city have started giving them up because they just can't cope with the needs and the expectations of the pet. Uh, for example, taking the dog for a walk. Okay, people say that I don't have the time. It's raining. I don't want to go out, and finally it becomes such a bad situation that even the pedigreed dogs, for which they've shelled out thousands and thousands of rupees, are going back to shelter homes. So I'm seeing a, a an unfortunate uptick in violence against stray animals in the city.
No, but the good part is at least the police station was proactive in this particular case, and they announced a 25,000 rupee cash reward if any person could help identify the animal killers. This is the Goregaon police. So, and they booked the suspects under sections 429 of the Indian Penal Code and 111A of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act. So, effective policing, that's a start. Let's sign off with what is with the Sensex crashing 770 points. There's so much talk of the slowing GDP growth. Car sales have really, tanked, submerged. A lot of people are saying what makes the current slowdown different from the 2012, 2013 slump, because that's the closest that we can compare this to, is inflation was high at that time, 12 and 13, which makes the current problem likely to be a demand side issue.
Yes. So what has happened is that this time, and this is something that we discussed last week also briefly, Rishi, is that because there is a slowdown in jobs, the demand has gone down because people don't have disposable income to buy new things, so they're buying essentials. They're buying the regular essentials for day to day survival and living, but they don't have the money to buy cars, for instance, or they don't have the money to buy new homes. So this is creating a huge impact, a cascading impact on the other sectors of the economy. So I was speaking to a car expert a couple of days back, an automobile sector expert rather, and he told me that close to 80 million people will be affected by the slowdown in the automobile sector, because it's not just the cars that are important, it's also the metals, the associated the rubber industry for the car, the tire industry, the components industry, the electronics, the software, everything that goes into building a car is affected by the slowdown in the economy. So the real estate sector is something that we spoke about last time. Cement, copper, impact on labor. All of that is contributing to the whole, demand side problem. And Roshan Kishore, our Hindustan Times political economy editor, has done a fantastic analysis today, comparing the 2012, 2013 slump versus what is happening now. So it means that today we need more reform rather than piecemeal tactics to overcome what we're going through. So this is a far graver situation than what we faced in 2012, 2013.
Okay, follow him at Sachin Kalbag on Twitter. It's also at HT Tweets and HT Mumbai. And of course, come back next Wednesday for more Sachin Kalbag. Hey, thank you very much.
Hey,
Have a
thank you so
wonderful
much,
day.
Hrishi, for calling me.
We're going to take some messages and come back and talk some more sport.